Now let's take a quick look at my Phantom wallet, and as you can see, by using this method, I've managed to stack nearly $1 million. And I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it too. If you stick around, I'm going to show you the basic principles that have allowed me to stack the game in my favor and make some serious money. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Your capital is still at risk. I'm just here to explain how the process works. Since you've stuck around, I'm going to show you the method that I use to make all that money. But before I get into it, there's just something I wanted to discuss with you. Now, look here. We have got a bunch of charts here on Axiom, and I can have a look at any one of these coins and we can see how they're performing. There's a few things that I wanted to show you. Take a look at the chart here. You get these immediate massive boosts with these coins, and then it all just comes crashing down. Now, as a trader, that's really tricky because you've got to be in that early stage if you've got any hope of making any kind of money off a trade. It doesn't really matter. I can take USDC here and then look here. So it's not the same, but really at the start is where you want to be. So unless you're constantly staring at the market, you really need to, be lucky with your trades if you're going to make any money. So we're kind of removing the luck element away from it. And again, look, another example here, these massive crashes right at the end. Okay, but if we are developing our coin, if we're creating the coin, then we remove some of that luck element out of the trade. Okay, so let's take a look at createcoin.fun. This is the platform that we are going to be using to do this method. Now, as you can see here, it says no coding required. So normally in the past, if you wanted to launch a coin, you had to code it, you had to do all this stuff. And to be honest, I don't have the patience for that. So I'm going to click just a few buttons and then we're going to roll with that. However, I'm not going to go there right away because there is also something else I want to show you. This is a somewhat unique thing to createcoin.fun, which is the market that it uses to put the coins on. Now we're going to go back to Axiom. And here we can see this is the pump market. Okay, now the pump market is good, it's popular, but the problem is all that popularity is spread across thousands and thousands of coins, and it's just kind of tricky to break through. If I move over to dynamic, and this is the Metora market we're going to look at now, you'll notice a bit of a difference. The coins that break through really jump. Okay, so there's 200k there, 40.3 million on a coin here. So if we use the methods that I'm going to show you, we'll be able to get past all the crowds and we'll be able to get the attention we need on our coin. So back to create coin. So the first thing we got to do is we have to connect our wallet, obviously. So we click the button at the top, click Phantom, and then boom, we are connected. It's as easy as that. So taking a look in my Phantom wallet at the moment, we have got $106 in there. So you need about $100 to get this method to work. So I recommend about $100. If you've got that, then you are good to go. Okay, so this is the point where we could make our coin. So we could call it anything, really. Let's just call it Twitter. Why not? Elon doesn't, he's changed the name, so we're going to take the name Twitter. But the problem is we'd need to do a load of marketing. We'd need to get the hype going. We need to get a social media presence. And I haven't got the time or the patience to do that. So we're going to click this tab up here. This is copy trending. Now this tab shows us all of the coins that are currently trending right now, the ones that are hot, the ones that people are talking about, and that means we can skip the marketing process and we can just pick one. And all of these coins are a really good choice. So it doesn't really matter which one you pick. It's just the one that you like the look of the market cap, or if it's just a bit of a meme, or whatever you like. I mean, I'm just going to pick this useless coin because why not? It's useless. Let's make it useful. Click that button, copy that coin. Now, your Phantom wallet is going to pop up with these menu options here. So you're going to have to proceed anyway and confirm and tick this box here and then continue. It's just because it's a transaction that the Phantom wallet is not used to, but it is a normal part of the process. Now we create our liquidity pool. This is where we're putting some of our money down. So only option we need to change is the amount of SOL. So we are going to put some of our SOL into this coin just to get it going. Now today I'm going to pop in 0.2. I normally go with 0.2. It seems to be a good range to go with. You can put a bit higher. I wouldn't recommend going much lower, but 0.2 is a good place to start from. So we will confirm that transaction there, and there we go. Our coin is created and on the market. Okay, so we're on Dex Screener, as you can see there. So this is our estimated value, currently at $12. There's our 0.2 Solana there, and so we could go to the market, we could have a look and see how it's performing. Now, before we do that, there is something else we're going to do. This is the secret weapon. Click the lightning bolt and boost your token. Now, this costs us 0.25 SOL, but I'm promising you, this money you are easily going to make back. We hit the boost and we confirm the transaction. because this is going to knock us up to the top of Dex Screener's charts. Okay, so all those bots and all the trend chasers are going to see our coin. Now, we have just boosted our coin here, and I'm sure we're going to see the effects very shortly. So let me just get Dex Screener up, and we'll have a look at our coin here. Already, as you can see, we have got a bunch of buyers in. Now, this is going to be almost like horse racing commentary. I can never really keep up with it at this point because the coin is just so hot and everyone is firing their money into it. Sure, you're going to get some people selling, but at the moment, looks like we've got more buyers than sellers, which is a great thing. It doesn't really matter if that number changes or if it switches over to a few more sellers than buyers, because as long as the coin is in a better spot than when we started, which is always likely to be the case, then we are going to make some money. Let's have a look at some of our other numbers here. Liquidity is at 1.5, 2.6, just an immediate jump there. Our market cap already at 4.4. Oh, it's gone back down to 3.3. But again, you can see we are way past a load of those pump coins because they barely burst 1k, much less 3k or 5k where we are roughly. And let's see, we've got more traders coming in. We've got almost 1,000 transactions. Our volume is through the roof. Guys, this is nuts, and this is all thanks to that boost. Because of that boost, we have got the necessary hype following our coin. You can let this run for as long as you like, but normally you want to grab it at the hot point. So I don't normally run these for very long, and that I found is the better way to make money. So I've been running this for a bit now, and our next step is to pull that liquidity, okay? But first, let's have a look at our estimated value. There we go, guys. We've gone from, about $12 up to $1.16 thousand. That is an incredible change. Okay, think about that. That is multi times higher than what it was before. So what we need to do now is we need to hit this little minus button, and that's going to pull away all that liquidity, which means that all the money in the coin goes straight into our pocket. Remove 100% of that liquidity, then you click the remove liquidity button, and then you confirm the transaction so long as you want to be paid, because that's what's going to happen. Now, if you subscribe, if you like, if you leave a good comment, I will put you in to a prize pool where you could win half of what I make today. So let's find out what that number is. There we go, guys. Boom, we've gone from 106 to 1,184, guys. What a fantastic day. And you can do that over and over again.